Hello. Today I would like to talk a little bit about something it's a subject that's been going on, something that's been happening out in the world right now, and uh, basically it's about racism and how stupid it is and why there's no sense in it even existing. But I want to read one of my poems that I wrote when I was homeless. I read it in one of my poems videos, but I thought it appropriate for this one as well. But it just it, it's it just amazes myself that uh, despite being homeless, being without knowing if I was going to even live or survive, but even going through all that, I still found inspiration to write. And in the in a place we don't usually think to look. But and um, and not only was I inspired to write, but I was inspired to write about acceptance and tolerance. Just no matter, even though I was going through a hard time, and I felt like nobody was not being accepted. But anyway, and I called it A Lesson from the Squirrels, which I thought was fitting. I saw some squirrels in the park today. They were running and jumping and happy at play. I threw out a few crumbs so they came to see what kind of treats they were getting from me. They sniffed and ate the crumbs I threw. Then I waited to see what else they would do. To my surprise, what did I see? A little white squirrel came down from a tree. He was running and playing just like the rest. If there was a contest for squirrel playing, he would have been the best. The other squirrels didn't care if he didn't look the same. They didn't tease him or taunt him or call him a name. It didn't matter if he was white or brown or gray. Squirrels do not hate that way. I think it's ironic and funny to see how nature can teach humans a lesson or three. Don't keep prejudice and hate in your heart. Instead, have acceptance. That will do for a start. As for the squirrels, they continued all day, running and jumping and happy at play. And I do think it's a lesson that we all can learn. But like I said, it's from a place we don't think to look, but that's from nature, from the animals. They can teach us so much how we should be. And let's see. But now let's talk about, I want to talk about, and I hate to say racism because it's stupid. It's a stupid word because it doesn't make any sense. There's no such thing as race. We're a species, and we're all the same species. We can breed with each other. There's no difference enough biologically between. We're all anatomically, biologically. There's no difference. It's stupid. We're all the same race, the same species. We all have adapted traits suited to whatever part of the world that each of us just happened to come into, but none of us chose that. So how can you hate someone for something they had no control over? It shouldn't matter where anyone comes from. We all have the same origin. No one is better than anyone else, just different. Nobody. We don't have to agree with each other. We don't have to approve of. We don't have to like each other. Just have to accept each other. We have to live on the same planet. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. If that's the only thing you hate about somebody, that's stupid. If you're racist against yourself. We're the same. It's stupid. So it doesn't make any sense to hate somebody else for being what they are, for what they had no control over. You had no control over being how you are. But you can choose how to behave towards other people. And when you hate, that's a choice. You choose that. Nobody makes that choice for you. If you get frustrated, and believe me, I know how that is. I've been frustrated plenty in my life. But it took me to realize that yes, when I get angry, yes, it's an automatic response. But I also realize that I can keep being angry about it and let that fuel into hate, or I can choose to let it go, detach myself from it. Yes, it happened. I can't change the past. Nobody can. We just have to accept that it happened. Hope it doesn't happen again. We can't change what's already happened. I thought we were getting past, we're not going to forget our history, but we don't always have to be constantly reminded of it. We can't get past. We can't get past past mistakes if we keep being reminded of it, and those past mistakes were not done by anyone living today. Nobody in yes, we had slavery. We still have slavery. We have a lot of slavery, which is sad. We just need to. That's a problem too, and I'm not getting into that right now. But I just wanted to point out that the color of my skin doesn't matter. Yes, I'm a white guy, and people say, well, white privilege. I've never felt privileged. It doesn't matter. I've had adversity in my life. I've had been the victim of negativity, of abuse, of just, as a child I was bullied. I had an abusive father. I had, I've even into my adult life, and I was molested when I was young, and I will talk more about all of that later and hold another video. But right now the point is, I've had a lot of. I know what it's like to be hated for just being who I am, that I had no control over. We don't all always choose who or what we're going to be or how we feel. That's, we can't, but we can change how we behave, how we react to a situation. You're going to get mad. That's an emotion we all have. You're gonna want to hate. Believe me, I know this. I spent much of my life hating everyone, the world, and myself even. But I've gotten over that. I've gotten past all that. I've been hated for many things in my life and have been the target of negativity, and I know what it feels like to hate everything. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good to hate. And I realize there's no reason for it. This is 2020. We should have left racism and other prejudices behind a long time ago. I thought we seemed to be on the path. Yes, we still have it in the world, but it wasn't like this for a long time. We've been getting, this is getting way out of hand, and it needs to stop. We need to grow up. What are we doing? We've made such progress, or at least that's what it seemed. Maybe it was, yes, it's still going on. People are still, but we were working together. I don't understand how you go from greet and smile. You're going to the store. You're walking down the street. Going out to eat. Whatever. You see people of different skin color. Whatever. No problem. You got friends that are of different skin. Nobody. It doesn't matter. And all of a sudden, you're going to become racist because of what people are doing. Because what probably that doesn't even have. That's what blows my mind is how things have to turn out to be racist. That doesn't have to be. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like if it's a white person against another white person, it's tragic, it's terrible, but it's not big. It's not any special thing. It's the same way with if it's black with black. But if it happens to be a black person and a white person, oh my God! All of a sudden, it's automatically racist. It doesn't have to mean that it's racist. It's not racial. It just happened to be a black and a white person. So why all of a sudden is it about race? If it's violence, it's hate. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter what gender you are, what sexual identity you are. It doesn't matter what any of that means. What any of it's all labels. It's stupid. Knock it off. Grow up, people. What are we doing? It makes no sense. Knock it off. Grow up. This is 2020. We got all this technology that's supposed to keep us closer, bring us closer together. Only social media is I'm not getting into that either right now, but this is stupid. Why are we being hateful to each other? Especially in these times with everything that's going on in the world. We're going to compound it. We're going to keep dragging ourselves down this path. We have potential. We have potential to go either way. We can go either. We're on a tipping point right now. But we can be saved. We can save ourselves before we go too far. This is ridiculous. It shouldn't even get to this point, but it is. And here it is. We can either keep going the way we are, which eventually will turn into some kind of civil riots everywhere. It's going to be everywhere in this country, and that could spread into the world, and that's just not the way I want, or I don't think anybody really wants to go that way. But that's the way we're going. If we keep going the way we are, if we keep fighting each other and hating and keep feeding that negativity into the world and each other, and we're going to just end up destroying ourselves. And I don't want to see that happen. I don't think anybody does. So, and our other possibility, the way we could go is we could stop, relax, chill out. Yes, we're mad, we're angry, but we don't have to hate. We need to stop fighting and start talking. We developed language a long time ago. It's been part of every culture since we've had culture, since we've been a species, since we've been able to, we've had language. We can speak. That's what we need to do, but we also need to listen. Nobody listens. You see how the world is? Look at it. Talk, sit down, talk, listen. Work something out. Violence is not the answer to violence. That just makes it worse. You need to ask yourselves, what kind of world do we want? What kind of example are we setting for our children? Why are we teaching them how to be violent? Is that the kind of world we want to our future, for our future generations? Is that what we want? Is that what we want to teach our children, how to keep continuing the violence? It needs to stop. I've been a target. I've been a victim of negativity most of my life, but I've come to a point where I choose to stop. I choose to stop hating. Somebody wants to hate me, fine. They want to be mad at me, fine. But I don't have to be mad back. I don't have to hate back. I can choose to continue the cycle of hate, or I can stop it. And I choose to stop it. Hate hurts. Hate hurts yourself more than anyone else. If your feeling of hate affects nobody else but you, only you. It's only damaging to you, and it does physically damage you. It weighs down on you. It physically affects your heart. I know from experience. I've gone past that. I don't hate anybody. I used to hate. I just hated. But I've gotten past that. I don't hate anybody. I see everybody as struggling. Everybody's got issues. You've got problems. Somebody else has got it worse. No matter what you are struggling with, somebody's got it worse. And we just need to be there for each other. We need to start accepting each other regardless of our differences. And we need to accept each other because of our differences. Because we don't want everybody to be the same. That's stupid. That would be very boring. We have to accept each other. We don't have to agree with each other. But we don't have to hate either. Hate is stupid. Racism is stupid. Knock it off and grow up. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.